Everybody, yes, I am Ohio State Buckeye fan. Jeremiah Smith is the greatest wide receiver to ever play at the Ohio State, and he's generational. And yes, if you're a Michigan fan, sorry to tell you, you have to see the Ohio State Buckeyes national championship football dynasty the next 3 years. Because as long as Jeremiah Smith's here, we are going to three-peat. That's all I got to say. But obviously today I want to talk about the NBA draft lottery, and the Sacramento Kings do not have a first-round pick in this year's upcoming NBA draft, and that is perfectly fine. That is okay because, boy, this pick has been pending for the last couple seasons. If you guys didn't know, the pick went to Atlanta Hawks for the Kevin Huerter trade that the Kings made a couple seasons ago, which paid off dividends for the Kings. Let's face it, that was a good trade at the time. Kevin Huerter was a big part of why the Sacramento Kings ended that playoff drought 2 seasons ago. And yeah, he has not been himself since that season that he had that year. And, he's no longer a Sacramento King. So I can see why some fans are just pissed off and frustrated the fact that we have to lose a draft pick over Kevin Huerter. But let's face it, the Atlanta Hawks had a 96% chance of getting this year's pick that was owed to them from the Kings. The Kings had a 0.8% chance of winning the draft lottery overall and a 3.8% chance of moving into the top 4. So I did not like our chances of moving into getting the top overall pick and getting to the top 4. Never say never, but honestly speaking, I'm glad the Kings got this pending draft pick out of the way. They can finally focus on what they have moving forward. And if you guys are curious, the Dallas Mavericks won the 2025 NBA draft lottery. Yes, what a coincidence, right? You lose Luka Doncic, and then all of a sudden, the NBA awards you with the number 1 overall pick and a generational player in Cooper Flag. And congratulations to the Dallas Mavericks, I guess. Hopefully, they will find a way to keep Cooper Flag if they draft him, assuming they draft him. But who knows? Maybe they could trade the number 1 pick for a star like Giannis or any star that becomes available this summer. We shall see. But if you guys are curious, here's the overall NBA draft lottery that, took place today. Dallas number 1, the Spurs number 2, Philadelphia at number 3, Charlotte at 4. Man, out of those top 4 teams, Charlotte got the worst of that. Utah at 5, Washington at 6, New Orleans at 7, Brooklyn at 8, Toronto at 9, Houston at 10, 11 at Portland, 12 went to Chicago, and the 13th pick right there, Atlanta Hawks got that 13th pick. The Kings, if it would have landed in top 12, the Kings would have been the Kings pick, but in his case, it wasn't. So the Hawks get the 13th pick, and they get to keep it, and the Kings don't. And then the 14th overall pick goes to the Spurs. So the Spurs are the only team that has 2 first-round, 2 lottery picks, should I say, and curious to see what they do because, they have Wemby, they have Fox, and now they have 2 lottery picks. Rumor is that they could potentially trade these 2 picks into a proven star that can help with some of their young players and help Wemby as well. So overall, it sucks because, the Mavericks, Cooper Flag, what a perfect situation for Cooper Flag to be number 1 contentious, number 1 overall pick, and to go to a situation like the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, you have 2 great veterans in Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving that's going to take you under their wings, and bring you up. And you got Klay Thompson there still. So I think if anything, if Cooper Flag is good as advertised, in which he is fucking good as advertised, he is going to go to Dallas as a number 1 overall pick. And I think that it's a win-win situation for the Mavericks. Congratulations to them for winning the draft lottery. But overall for the Kings, listen, can't get too down, can't get too low as well. The Kings, looking past this draft, they have their first-round picks in the 2026 draft, the 2027 draft, the 2028 draft, the 2029 draft, and the 2030 NBA draft. They have 5 future-round draft picks that they have that they own in their rights, and they can potentially keep them, and they can potentially move them for a star player. Me personally, what I think is going to happen, I think that they're not going to, that first of all, the ideal thing to do is to keep those picks and rebuild, but the Sacramento Kings are not going to rebuild. Hate to break the news to you guys, but I hate to tell you guys that they are not going to rebuild. They are probably going to swing for the fences. They're probably going to move some of those draft picks for for a star player. And do I have a star player in mind? Not one. I have a couple in mind that I think that they can potentially move for. But we shall see. Maybe that might be in a later video I might do. But the Kings right now in this year's draft, you can forget about it. They do not have a first-round draft pick, and that's fine. That is perfectly fine. You guys might think, Pete, I'm crazy for even thinking that's fine. Yes, the NBA Western Conference is going to be better. Some of these teams that are that are in the lottery, they will be better next year. But that's not to doubt the fact that the Kings will not be better. The Kings will be better next year. Supposedly, they will be better next year. But like I said, I'm not too low. I'm not too down. I wasn't expecting a top 4 jump. I wasn't expecting to win the lottery. I mean, obviously, don't get me wrong. Yeah, would have been nice to jump up to win the NBA lottery and get Cooper Flag. Would have been nice to jump up and move to the top 4 and get a top 4 pick where you can potentially keep and draft a player or move that and trade that for somebody else. But the reality is that this pick was pending for the last couple seasons due to the Kevin Huerter trade, and now it's out of the way. It's opened up to our future draft capital and assets and holding our own draft picks. And I'm excited to see what Scott Perry does with our future draft picks. So with that being said, appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Thank you so much. The NBA playoffs have been crazy, crazy good. Looking forward to seeing how the Western Conference pans out. And overall, let me know your guys' thoughts on the draft lottery today. Anything you guys want to drop in the chat, let me know. Put your thoughts and put your comments in the comment section below because I'm curious to see and hear from you guys. I hope you guys are having a good off season. That's going to do it for today's video. I greatly appreciate you guys tuning in. Have yourself a great rest of your evening. Have yourself a great week. Anything Sacramento Kings related news, I will keep you guys up to date on here. Appreciate you guys, man. Have yourself a great rest of your evening. Take care. God bless. Keep pushing forward. I will catch you guys in my next video. Peace.